So, hello everyone, and welcome back to Divine Rebel. My name is Racey, and these are the secret codename readings. So, they are not general messages. These readings were prepaid for in advance. Those who got their secret code names via PM and got the readings, you know which one obviously is yours. For those of you who did not get one, but you're drawn to one of the secret code names, there's probably a message in there for you, okay? And I'm gonna get to code names in a minute. For those of you who are new and not familiar with me or the channel, I have no filter. I don't sugarcoat anything. So if that is not your thing, or you have kids around, or you just don't appreciate that kind of a message, you know, I'm always very respectful of that. And I'm giving you the opportunity to sign off now. Otherwise, let me get this shared out really quickly to my Facebook soul family so they can find me and they know I'm here. All right, Divine Rebel. Here we go. And share it to my feed and the Ascension team and the Greater Holistic Community group. You guys can find all the links for those groups in the description, okay? The Ascension team and the Greater Holistic Community, they're great groups. All right, so full moon in Sag, break through the ceiling readings. I even got my Sagittarius candle. So, secret code names are Iron Fist, Bazooka Joe, Flamingo, Blue Violets, Steel Machete, Mirror Mirror, Zebra Stripes, Tire Swing, Adventure Camp, Crystal Dove, Sunset Swan Song, and Fireball. All right, those are the secret code names for the readings tonight. Big energy. All right, so if one of those code names jumped out at you, all of the timestamps will be in the description and eventually after it's done loading on my end in the comments. So you'll at least be able to get them in the description. Again, the code names are Iron Fist, Bazooka Joe, Flamingo, Blue Violets, Steel Machete, Mirror Mirror, Zebra Stripes, Tire Swing, Adventure Camp, Crystal Dove, Sunset Swan Song, and Fireball. All right, so let me get this over here. Just lovely sage energy for you guys. This is white sage and it's got dragon's blood resin on it for protection and clearing and all that wonderfulness. So that's for you. Here we go. I've got four decks for these readings. Break through the ceiling. Okay. I've got my Archangel Oracle cards. We're going to find out what angel is working with you to help you through these energies, right? This full moon energy. We're also going to pull a tarot card from my Hermetic Tarot to get an idea of what embodiment, right? What light attribute of that archetypal energy you really need to focus in on in order to move through this cycle smoothly. I'm also going to do Work Your Light Oracle and my Light Workers Oracle, right? Because if we're breaking the ceiling, we got to go above our limits. We're going into our 5D and beyond. So, without further ado, let's get into these readings. Iron Fist is going to start at 4 minutes and 11 seconds. Spirit, please. For secret code name, Iron Fist, and those who would resonate to it. For secret code name Iron Fist, and those who would resonate to it. These break through the ceiling readings. What angel is with them? And for what reason? What message do they have for those who would resonate to this message? What archangel is working with Iron Fist, please? that's too many. Got like more than I thought. All right, give me one. Give me one. All right, fine. We're taking a chunk. 2. We've got 2. Archangel Raphael and Archangel Ariel. All right, what's the archetypal embodiment, please, Spirit? What's the light? What's the light? Help them break through the ceiling. The High Priestess and the 4 of Pentacles. I just heard hold faith. Hold faith in the unknown. Work your light, Oracle, please, Spirit. What card above all other cards would you have me receive for Iron Fist with this message? No. Wait, postpone, pause, or say no. There's that Iron Fist energy. All right. And work your light, Spirit, please. What card above all other cards for Iron Fist? And those who would be drawn to this message. What card above all other cards? Okay. All right, here we go. Iron Fist. Archangel Raphael is about healthy lifestyle, 4 types of health, and Archangel Ariel is about courage to do, take actions, speak up clearly and loudly. All right. Raphael is the divine healer, and Ariel is the courage of God, right? The lion's heart of God. Bravery. Helping guide you on your path to authenticity. This is getting back in touch with yourself to do what you need to do, to put yourself in a better, just energetic state, not just physical health, but like emotional health, mental health, spiritual health, like feeling better on the whole. Right? Not just in one area or the other. Because if you start focusing on one, the rest kind of tend to fall in line. I'm also getting consistency. I think there's something that you know you're holding on to with the 4 of Pentacles that maybe you know needs to be let go of for the time being. And I do say the time being. I don't feel like it's a permanent disappearance. Yeah, Spirit saying disappearance, quote unquote. It's not just something that's going to disappear. It's something that needs to heal. I'm feeling like with the storm energy, I feel like someone's going through the dark night of facing their demons, and they're not necessarily meant to drag you through that mud. I think you know you want to hold on to it. I think you know intuitively that it's worth holding on to. I think you're invested in it, to be completely fair. I think you might even know that there's a definite maybe hold that you have with maybe even like another or a situation. Like I'm feeling like it's holding a part of your soul, like it's anchored in. So it's not going anywhere. There's something with the timing and the lessons. So your part in the lessons, we have the 9, okay, which is the wisdom of the divine feminine. This is really having to trust what you're being guided to do that feels right from here, to express or take action on, despite the fact that you feel intrinsically hooked or connected to something. I think you just need to be reassured that should you take an action or make a choice that is seemingly against what is tugging at you, that you need to hold on to, I think if it feels right, and the issue is just the fact that you feel like you're going to lose whatever it is. I'm being like guided to reassure you, like, you're not going to lose what it is, okay, or who it is. It's actually like a part of the process, because while you're doing as you're guided that feels right, even though you don't know how it makes sense, they're going to be going through a facing of reality, what they create and what they want to create, right? What they want to create, and start getting into that determined, want it with a fierceness mode, right? Because if you're being courageous and you're making healthy choices, they're going to start rippling the same energy by default. So let's get into this. Card number 9. What does Spirit want you to know to help you break through the ceiling on this? Get you across the threshold. It says, divine feminine wisdom empowers you to grow into your vision, your dreams, and your fulfillment of your life purpose. Perhaps you envision a very different life for yourself to what you are experiencing now. This wisdom reminds you that you can experience even the most extraordinary dreams as reality if you are willing to grow into what you desire, to become what you seek. Surrender any plans about how you can best manifest your dreams, and instead allow life to guide and nourish you through your experiences each day. The universe supports your divine destiny and is helping you become all you are meant to be. You're in the process of learning how to actually create what feels like heaven in your earthly experience. You're being taught that the universe will never take what's meant for you. It will only bring you closer to it in the state in which you desire to have it in. Because that's important. We can have the ice cream that we wanted, but if it's all fucking melted, what's the point of having ice cream? If it's in a warm, wet puddle, it's not really the ice cream you were looking for. You know what I mean? Universe is like, I'm not going to take your ice cream. I just don't want you to melt it. I don't want it to get melted. Let me hold it in the freezer for you while you do this and they do that, or whatever. You know, whatever this is, there's something in the timing that's not now. It's not now. So Iron Fist as a code name, you're going to have to be really strong, like almost superhuman, right? Almost superhuman, because I feel like there's something that the universe has to do that egoically in the mind, right? That Ariel is coming in to help you egoically in the mind, you might want to freak out. The universe is coming at you with an iron fist, okay? Which means you have to completely rise to that challenge and accept that whatever is happening in the highest good of your dream, of your vision. You just have no idea how it's actually working. Because it is. Whatever the universe does, just if you're blindsided or surprised, don't be surprised when something has to go over there for a moment. Like I said, they're not disappearing. They're not disappearing. And you could spend your time and energy freaking out in grief and misery and being upset. But it's not actually going anywhere, and it's only improving. This is like one of those time takes its course things. It's just divine order of things. It's a karmic clearing. So just be aware. The universe knows what the fuck it's doing, even if you don't know what it's doing. The universe knows that it loves you and that it wants you to have everything that you desire despite yourself. It's working in your favor. The limited things that we know in our consciousness, the universe knows everything. Trust me, it has a method to the madness. There is a way that we don't see. We're just not aware of it, okay? So don't freak out if something shifts and seems like it's gone forever. It's not gone forever. It's just temporarily in a healing process, and so are you. So I hope that helps, Iron Fist. If you're going to break through the ceiling on this, you choose how you react to the universe loving you. Call on Archangel Raphael and Archangel Ariel when you need them. Archangel Raphael, I call you into my being to heal my heart space so that I can love others as I love myself. Call you into my heart space to free me of any resentments or grief or sadness or loss or feelings of unworthiness or undeservingness. Heal them for me, please. Archangel Ariel, I call you into my being to give me strength when I need it the most. The strength to move forward with courage when I need it the most. Help me be strong and see the beauty in all that I'm healing through. Thank you. And release it, right? Release it to the divine that you're just going to handle it the best you can, whatever it is that it comes your way. Whatever it is. Right? The cosmos are fucking nuts. Who knows what they have fucking planned, right? Who the fuck knows? So just know, if something is leaving your life or exiting your life or temporarily stepping off stage, it's just that. There's a reason. Okay, there's a reason. Moving forward. Bazooka Joe. Code name Bazooka Joe. We're going to start at the 16 minutes and 27 seconds. All right. So Bazooka Joe. Here we go. Spirit, please. For secret code name Bazooka Joe and those who would resonate to this code name. What angel is working with them and what message do they bring to help them break through the ceiling, to get out of their karma, out of their box, into their light? What angel is working with them and what message do they bring? Secret code name Bazooka Joe. What angel is working with them? Okay. Hermetic Tarot. Spirit, please. What's the archetypal energy, the light that needs to be embodied or we need to be made aware of? The Hermit. Work Your Light Oracle. Spirit, what card above all other cards does Bazooka Joe need to receive in their highest good right now with this message? What card above all others? And Light Worker Oracle. Spirit, please. What card above all other cards we need to receive? Help us break through the ceiling. Got two. Yeah. Eternal now and karmic clearing. Okay. All right. Secret code name Bazooka Joe. I'm hearing you gotta blow average out of the water. You gotta blow average out of the water. Archangel Raguel is the archangel of divine justice and balance and fairness when it comes to relationships, right? And this is relationship harmony. And Archangel Raguel's message is that the angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved and arguments and conflicts are being resolved. If Archangel Raguel is coming in with a message to you, then you need to understand that there is some kind of karmic imbalance that needs to be rectified. The divine is not ignoring the fact that there's an imbalance. And if you sense it, okay, you already sense that. You already know there's an imbalance. It's been too much one way. It's been too much one way. So Archangel Raguel comes in to balance the scales, to make sure that whatever was being drained is replenished, and whatever was being replenished to a fault, right? Where they're overflowing, right? To kind of, on other people's energy to kind of fill themselves up, to have to give back, right? And ripple the energy that they've been receiving. With the Hermit card as the archetypal energy, the beauty of the Hermit is that you go on the journey within yourself. You separate and detach from the energies of the outside experience and start to really focus on the inward experience. It's not what you're witnessing happen, it's what you're internally just going through and processing and dealing with, and getting a hold of where specific pain patterns consistently repeat. Separating yourself from the experience with others or a specific other, and really focusing on how you can best take care of yourself. Star Mother is how can you mother yourself? How can you treat your vessel, your body as sacred? How can you treat your vessel, your home, your room, your car as sacred? How can you better love yourself? How can you better nurture yourself? How can you allow yourself the opportunity to feel more confident and secure in everything that you're doing by improving all of your many vessels, right, in this experience? Being really drawn to the vessel, the body, the home, the car, like your vessels, having to take care of all of them. You have things to focus on, right? You have things to focus on. There's divine, I'm just hearing it, there's divine steps. Like there's certain things that your spirit wants to do and reach first before it can be happy in attaining what it wants as far as justice. You got to love yourself more and do more for yourself. So then we get the eternal now and karmic clearing. Wise masculine energy. You know, this is as above and so below. Like if you get organized in your home, if you clean your home and you make it so that when you walk in it feels fresh and it feels clear, you know, maybe you have a candle lit or your essential oils or an incense or something, you know, or you're saging, it feels really good. Same thing if you're doing it with your body, like you're putting in healthier foods or you're getting adequate, you know, activity in. Are you allowing time for creation energy? You know, like what are you doing to improve your balance? How are you bringing yourself justice? How are you doing yourself justice? We get there in the end. How are you doing yourself justice? That's what the universe wants you to focus on. It wants you to blow everything else out of the water. It wants you to completely stop whatever it is that you're distracting yourself with that's out of balance, that you're trying to bring a balance in for. Like it's not your job to figure out how or when the balance comes. Universe is saying, I need you to focus on yourself. I need you to nurture yourself. I need you to do right by yourself. I need you to do yourself justice. Okay? Card number 12, Eternal Now. It says, within you is great strength and courage. However, just because you can manage to keep going when you're drained or stressed, it doesn't mean you have to do so. You are encouraged by your higher guidance to request assistance in letting go of tension within your mind and body. You will gain energy through this release and perhaps even see things in a new and more optimistic light. Shifting into a more present, relaxed, and enjoyable state of being will help you overcome the past and successfully create your future. See, it doesn't matter what the reality is now that you've already created for yourself. All that matters now is that you're aware of this now moment, that you can create whatever other future that you want, whatever that looks like. When you love yourself more, when you honor yourself more, when you do yourself justice more, when you're good to you more, right? This is the now moment. This is the now moment. Releasing the tension in your energy. You know, if you have stressful thoughts that are reoccurring over your body, or stressful thoughts that are reoccurring over, you know, your home or your car or whatever, then in order to address the stopping of those reoccurring thoughts, they have to be handled. They have to be handled. Something has to be done to handle them so that they're no longer a reoccurring thought. It's a non-issue now. It's a non-issue. Use your now moment to make your life physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually easier. Allow all of those things to feel better. Okay, karmic clearing. Says, you are fast outgrowing a level of consciousness to which are attached particular wounds, issues, and struggles. As you outgrow that consciousness, these issues will release their grip on you. You're receiving divine notice that karmic clearing is taking place through a combination of your own efforts and spiritual grace from the heart of the divine. It is time for an old wound to be released once and for all. Karma is not punishment. Karma is essentially our soul's lesson plan for this lifetime, carried over from past lifetimes. It is the way we grow and develop as a soul, sometimes through challenges and sometimes through blessings. You know, positive karma is seen in the skills and talents we have mastered over lifetimes. That's our good karma. The challenging karma is the lessons we still have left to learn. We still have things left to learn. You know, it's not that, you know, you don't know how to love others. You seem to do that just fine. It's a matter of learning how to actually love yourself, to receive the good karma that comes along with that lesson, right? That lesson in this lifetime that is to be learned. It's like focusing on the task at hand. It's right in front of you, you know? Very earthy energy. All right, so I hope that helps. Like, if you want to break through the ceiling on this, codename Bazooka Joe, right? You want to break through the ceiling with this. You want to really get outside your cycles. You want to really get outside your patterns and start seeing the fucking light of day. You gotta do right by you. You gotta honor yourself and not settle for fucking average, not settle for less than what you know you're capable of in spirit. What you're capable of in spirit. What you want, you can attain. You just got to believe that. And that's what you're working on. That's what spirit has you working on. Everything else, trust me, everything else you want is going to be at a halt until you break this. Okay? So break it and break it real good. Break it and break it real good. All right, so Flamingo is next. We are going to start at the 29-minute and 25-second mark. We'll say 29. Why not? It's like 11:11, right? All right, so Flamingo. Secret codename Flamingo and those who resonate to it. Yes, it is. Got blackberry ginger ale. Working on my crown chakra. All right. So Flamingo. Codename Flamingo. And those who would resonate to it. Spirit, please. What angel is working with them, and with what message do they bring to help them with this intention of breaking through the ceiling? What angel is working with them, and with what message? Archangel Uriel. I knew he was coming out tonight. Damn it. I didn't just spill it. I didn't. Shh. Sorry, Uriel. I love you too. Okay. Claircognizance. Spirit, please. What archetypal energy and its light does Flamingo need to embody in order to help them through this? The Empress. I love it. All right. Work your light oracle, please, Spirit. What card above all other cards for Flamingo would you like us to receive with this message? And Lightworker Oracle, Spirit, please. What card above all other cards would you like us to receive with this message? Our secret code name, Flamingo. Ooh, there it is. Cosmic Heart, Cosmic Christ. All right. Codename Flamingo. Archangel Uriel is God's light. All right, this is claircognizance, which is clear knowing. You just know. You just know. You don't know how you know. You just know, right? Archangel Uriel says, pay attention to the thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. If you have a thought that's kind of like an aha thought, and if it worked, it would be really awesome, but then maybe there's like doubt, or maybe you won't be able to do it, or maybe you won't be able to get help or whatever, like if you blow it off. Just know that those thoughts, where there's a will, there's a way. And just because that thought itself might not work doesn't mean following through with that thought isn't going to lead you to something different that makes sense. Okay? To wherever it is that you're going. So just because the guidance that you're being given doesn't necessarily sync up with the goal you have in mind, the way you're achieving it, doesn't mean that there's not a reason why the thought resonated and felt like it was a great idea. Because there's probably something coming from it that you're just not aware of. Okay, something that you'll cross along the way that will be like, okay, now I know I was guided to this because this is totally what I'm doing. It'll just make sense. Okay, and you can call in Archangel Uriel into your being, because a lot of times Archangel Uriel helps us deal with our shadow work. It helps us deal with our shadow work. So when we know, when we know something isn't necessarily going to work out, but it resonates, and we go through the doubt, or we go through the insecurities, or we go through the list of excuses on why it would not work, those are our shadows that would prevent us from moving forward and flowing with that feel-good thought or that feel-good resonation. So that's what it's working on with you. Helping you understand, right? Empress energy is the archetype, and its light is creative. It's divine feminine, receptive, manifesting energy where you don't necessarily have to create the outcome, you receive it. You follow the feel goods and you receive it. This is not the Emperor where you make decisions and you make choices and you take actions and you get from A to B based on whatever it is you're actively doing. This is about receiving. Receiving creation, being intuitive, following the feel goods, knowing what you're visualizing, knowing what you're manifesting, knowing you don't know how all that magic is taking place, but you trust it and you're just going to receive it when it's ready for you because you're going to follow your feel goods all the way there. You're going to receive it. You're creating it visually in your mind, but you're actually creating it with the trust in your heart space. Trusting the intuition. You're creating it because you're trusting your intuition, guiding you on what feels good. And we got keepers of the earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. And yes, just say yes. You're being guided. You're being guided. You know you are. So if you get them feel goods, like, let that be your confirmation to just say yes and see where it takes you. Just see where it takes you. It's not going to hurt to see. If it feels good, it's not going to hurt to see what comes of it. All right. Card number 27. Cosmic Heart. Cosmic Christ. Here we go. It says, you are elevating your vibration towards the frequency of limitless supply and unconditional love. Spiritually, you are reaching for a high level of attainment. Past pain and self-defeating behavior shall no longer have a place in your heart. Right? And that's what we're talking about, going through the shadow work so that you understand what it is like to truly manifest, to ascend and master manifestation. To close the cycles on ignorant manifestation, that we don't know how we manifest what the fuck we create, into a place of conscious creation. Understanding how the heart space guides you and how it works. Christ consciousness is an expression of divine love that comes straight from the universal heart. That's your gut. That's your gut feeling. That's your gut sensing. What's intuitively right and what's intuitively wrong. So when you see something and you're like, oh my God, I don't know why, but that's seriously disturbing to me. You're reading the energy. It's not in alignment. You're not meant to be a part of it. And if something's like, fuck yeah, gotta do it, absolutely, no qualm, nothing in your soul telling you no way, that's the kind of stuff you follow and see where it takes you. See where it takes you. So I hope that helps. You already know. It's just a matter of facing the shadows and going after it. Your reading, Flamingo, is truly about conscious creation, positive conscious creation, by mastering tuning into resonation, mastering tuning into your sensing, and knowing that you just know. You don't know why it isn't going to work out or why it isn't going to work out. You know why it is or isn't. You don't know for sure, like the actual reason, but you just know it either is or it isn't. It's either worth it or it's not. You're either meant to be there or you're not. Like, you just know. And that's what you're working on, trusting beyond a doubt. Beyond a doubt. And you've got a ton of ascended masters and ancestors and things like helping you out. So keep that in mind, especially over the course of the next 6 months, because this is like an eclipse moon. You know, they last a really long time. So you're going to be tested and challenged in following your resonation, right? You're going to be tested and challenged in following your resonation. Beautiful things when you pass these tests. Beautiful things, like you don't even know. If you have not truly experienced miracles in your life, like we all have little mini miracles, right, that we anticipate. But if you wanted to actually witness and experience living a miracle that you couldn't miss, follow your feel-goods. Do it for just 30 days. Tell yourself you're just going to listen to your intuition. It doesn't matter what the fuck it says. You're just going to listen to your gut. You're just going to do as you're guided. If it feels right, that's what you're going to do. If it's a challenge or it's stressful to you to try and do it, then don't. And don't. There's another way. 30-day. Challenge you. Flamingo. Resonation only. All right. So I hope that helps. You're mastering some big stuff. Okay. Moving forward, blue violets. Secret code name blue violets. 4111. Here we go. All right, Spirit, please. For secret code name blue violets and those who would resonate to it. For secret code name blue violets and those who would resonate to it. What angel is working with them, and with what message to help get them to break through the ceiling, help get them out of their limitations into their light. Ooh. Hello from heaven. Archangel Azrael. What archetypal energy and its light should they be embodying in order to help them through this process of breaking through the ceiling? What light archetypal energy? Bang. Ace of Cups. A card above all other cards. Would you like them to receive with this message? Card above all other cards. Would you like them to receive with this message? Got two. From our light work oracle, what card above all other cards, Spirit, please? For blue violets, what message would you like them to receive to help them? All right. First of all, you got real angels up there. They're definitely making appearance. So, hello from heaven is Archangel Azrael. Your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. I immediately got that there's someone up there who like major has your back as soon as the card flew out. Archangel Azrael is the archangel of death and transformation and transition, right? Who brings us comfort in times where we're going through ego deaths or experiencing, death in our reality with other people around us, right? Or we're fearing it ourselves. But Archangel Azrael is coming with a message that someone is really up there supporting you. Okay, they're really up there supporting you with this energy. Warrior woman, don't dim to fit in. Like, they want you to be, it actually feels like more of a channeling, because whoever this is, their energy is just real strong. So I'm just going to listen to what they're telling me. They see you as super strong, and your truth needs to be spoken in a very clear and powerfully present way. Don't not be yourself. Like, don't not be yourself. If other people don't like it when you're crystal fucking clear, like, that's fine. Like, that's on them to figure out. You just be crystal clear because it feels better for you when you're clear. You know, if you're trying to find words to say it in a way that's not going to upset someone or offend someone, it's just like, maybe you just need to fucking say it the way that feels right to you, and then clean up whatever after. Because what the embodiment is the Ace of Cups, which is all about really setting yourself a positive emotional foundation where you can overflow to other people and you're not being drained. Right? You're not being drained. You're putting yourself in a position where your light can overflow to other people and make a difference. Being given an opportunity to really feel like you have a purpose. With family of light, and you could see the images on here. It looks like there's two spirits, like ghosts. Well, a third one, I guess, but like the two on each side and the one in the center. It's you're being supported. I'm definitely being drawn to a man's energy. Who's up there? Whoever that is up there. He has like super high hopes for you. Like, the love is totally there. Just know that you've got a super cheerleader up there who really just wants to see you shine. Like, putting everybody else's demons to shame. Like, it's like exposure. It's like bright exposure. It's like flashing on a light in everybody's darkness. They're like, it's like the energy's just kind of come off, like, lighted up. And there is something about blue violets. Like, if you see like wild violets and things like that, or even like blue pansies, like those deep bluish purple pansies, like, it's being given to me as like a synchronicity for you, right? To remind you that when you see those things, those kinds of flowers, wild violets or like pansies, things like that, like those, that type of flower, to be remembered that they're supporting you. Remember to be authentic, to remember to voice your truth, to remember not to, ignore what it is that you're seeing or sensing or feeling, and to just say it, right? Call it for what it is. Call a spade a spade. He's saying, don't let anybody get away with shit. Like, don't eat that. Don't take it sitting down. Like, stand up and fucking talk and take that stance for yourself. Let me read this. Family of Light 17. It says, the limits that much of humanity place upon their love, that they will love their own family, country, religion, or community better than they love those on the outside. Do not restrain your heart. You are capable of loving humanity, of loving all creation on earth as an extended spiritual family. You will love all as your own. You are meant to belong to a broader family of life. A broader family of light. While some souls have incarnated to learn about us and them, others have the purpose of teaching unconditional, all-embracing love, and you are one of these. You have taken life to love the many, not just the few. For this life purpose to be anchored, issues in your biological family may keep you from bonding with them in a typical way. Perhaps you are the odd one out in your family, or one whom no one really understood. Maybe you lost family members through divorce, disease, depression, or death, or through addiction or emotional immaturity that left you disconnected from key family members. This is talking about absence. All right, listen. And this might be very particular to you, okay? If for whatever reason you did lose someone, and because of that loss, there was a rift in the family, don't be afraid to really speak up or initiate healing, because you're you and you're going to bring others to your level. It's almost like you're being the bigger person, right? You're being the bigger person. It's like whoever's coming through doesn't want there to be a rift on their behalf. Like if they were still here, like they wouldn't want you to be split apart or separated or fighting. Like you can love everybody, even the difficult ones that piss you the fuck off or ignorant. Forgive them. They don't know what the fuck they're thinking. Because I don't feel like you're wrong, which is maybe why it's still foggy. Because the person in the wrong doesn't necessarily want to come forward and clear it. And the person being in the right, obviously being in the right, is like, fuck if I'm going to clear it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not fucking wrong. But it's not a matter of right or wrong. The person who's wrong knows you're right. You know what I mean? Kind of thing in their core. I think you have an opportunity to overflow love and start a new foundation with something, and I think that's kind of what's coming through for it. So I hope that helps. I know it'll resonate with you the way it's meant to. But definitely don't dim your light and just be beautiful, your beautiful best version of self. Your beautiful best version of self, and let that ripple to whatever painful situation or relationship you found yourself in, or dynamic that's not necessarily ideal. Okay. I hope that helps. Getting into Steel Machete. Steel Machete. What a code name. We had quite a few really powerful and intense code names come through. So Steel Machete, we're going to start you at the 53-minute mark. Even, 53 even. Okay. Steel Machete, here we go. Spirit, please. Spirit, please. For secret code name Steel Machete, and those who would resonate with this reading, who would be drawn to it. What angel is working with them, and what message are they bringing to help them break through the ceiling, get out of their karmic box, right? Get into their light. What angel is working with them? Steel Machete. And what message do they bring? All right. Archangel Michael, it's about the build. Told you. Archangel Michael. It's about the build. What's the light archetypal energy? That's why. That's why. Okay. that message above all other messages. Really, codename is Steel Machete, and we got the Five of Swords. It's the light embodiment, my God. Oh, someone's about to cut the path wide open. Spirit, please. What card? You've been training for this. All right, listen. Steel Machete. The way I'm feeling right now, the way the energy is just picking up and resonating, I feel like someone's getting like major maybe pushed you to a limit they shouldn't have. We got the wisdom of the divine feminine. Iron Fist got this. Secret codename Iron Fist. All right. Listen. Crystal clear intentions with Archangel Michael. Unwavering faith in the highest good, right? Unwavering faith. Be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. Archangel Michael is protecting you. With the Five of Swords being the light embodiment that you might be taken to in order to break through the ceiling, is a moment where you might explode truth at someone. Like they pushed you, and you tried to be considerate, you tried to be understanding, you tried not to upset them, and at the end of the day, they pushed it too far or too many times, and you're being called to snap. You're being called to snap, and maybe you're like, no way, I can't snap. That's why we're having secret codename Steel Machete, and Archangel Michael is protecting you, and you're being guided to speak way up. The Age of Light, you've been training for this for lifetimes. This is a reoccurring issue with obviously a soul that you've had many past lives with, that the connection has been stressed and weighted, and that's got to stop, right? This lesson has to be learned and has to heal. I'm going to read 9 again for those people who catch the replay and fast forward so that they have this. I'm not going to make them go back. Number 9, Wisdom of the Divine Feminine says, divine feminine wisdom empowers you to grow into your vision, your dreams, and the fulfillment of your life purpose. Perhaps you envision a very different life for yourself to what you're experiencing now. This wisdom reminds you that you can experience even the most extraordinary dreams as reality if you are willing to grow into what you desire, to become what you seek. Surrender any plans about how you can best manifest your dreams and instead allow life to guide and nourish you through your experiences each day. The universe supports your divine destiny and is helping you become all that you are meant to be. Yeah. Surrender. Like if you were hypothetically, right, to blow the fuck up at someone and rain some serious harsh truth down on them, if you were to surrender it because it no longer feels good to bite your tongue or poo-poo around an issue, if you were to unleash yourself, like you need to understand that that is your light. You are surrendering. You're no longer controlling how your vision of your dynamic with them is going to improve. You're letting it go and allowing it to just improve on its own, right? Because you've improved your own vibration by releasing the things that we were keeping in. The things that needed to be discussed and talked about, that, like the obvious. I feel like there's blatant disrespect with something. Like some people would actually describe it as rude. And it's time. Call on Archangel Michael. If you feel like it's coming, if you feel like that moment where you just might blow the fuck up is coming, it's probably coming. Call on Archangel Michael first. Ask him to protect you and your energy and the highest good creation of all that ripples from your being, protect it in the highest as you move forward into whatever it is the universe is going to hand you. Whatever conversation that is, whatever time it shows up, whenever you know it's now, because you'll know it's now, it's now. No reason to plan it, no reason to force it. It will absolutely come up. I think you're just gonna have to get real and light into someone, like no bars held. And it'll crack you out of this cycle big time. Keep clear intentions. Mind you, you're not spitting this truth to hurt them. You're spitting that truth to make them aware. To snap them out of their own bubble and make them really aware. Because it's not okay. You're not doing it to be mean. Your intention is to bring them into awareness of how their pain is rippling on others and becoming a burden for others to bear. And it's not acceptable. I feel like whoever they are needs like a lesson in the golden rule. Call on your angels to protect you as you deal with whatever it is. Okay? And get out of these patterns. Break the ceiling, right? Out of those patterns. They don't feel good. That's why you're on the precipice and verge of snapping anyway. Right, it's not about being vicious or nasty. It's about being brutally fucking honest. Brutally honest. All right. Next is mirror, mirror. 1 hour, 2 minutes, 42 seconds. Codename mirror, mirror. I'm lighting a cigarette. Y'all have them. You can light them up with me. Mirror, mirror. All right. Spirit, please. What is going on with codename mirror, mirror and those that would resonate to this message? What archangel is guiding them? What archangel is with them, guiding them through this to help them break through the ceiling? What message do they bring? It's too many. Or codename mirror, mirror, and those who would resonate to it. Archangels working with them. All right. Archangel Zadkiel. Archangel Zadkiel is the righteousness of God. It's the righteous path within the self. Spirit, please, what light energy archetype Oh, that came out real quick. All right. This is codename Mirror Mirror. Spirit, please. What card above all other cards would you like them to receive with this message? All right. I want you to consider something for a second. Mirror, mirror. Put yourself in the other person's shoes for a moment. When I say the other person, you already had a person in mind. So you know who I'm talking about. Okay. We're talking about compassion. With Zadkiel, which is righteousness. Soften your heart with respect to the situation and all the people involved, including yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself and others. I want to talk about pressure. I'm going to use an example. Let's just say you have a crush on someone, right? And you like them a lot. And so you post a lot of statuses or whatever in connection to them for them, hopefully read and know that you're talking about them and have it be some kind of romantic thing, right? Some romantic recognition. But maybe the other person's going through their own thing, right? Having compassion. Maybe they're going through their own lessons. Maybe they're going through their own healing. And maybe for as much as your heart is pouring for them, maybe it makes them uncomfortable. Maybe it makes them nervous. Maybe they're not ready for it. Maybe it scares them away. Because how would you feel if someone had a crush on you and you knew you were going through your own darkness and you knew you were healing through your own shadows and you knew you were figuring things out and they were posting things all the time that reminded you and let you know they're thinking of you, they miss you, they want you here, and the last thing you want to do is be with them. Not because they're a bad person. Not because they don't deserve to be loved the way they want to love you back. But because you're not ready for them. You don't even know if you actually want to be with them or not. And their persistence in outpouring is uncomfortable. Put yourself in the other person's shoes. If it were being done to you, for you to witness or you to experience, and you were in their shoes, truly their shoes, how they think, how they feel, what they're going through, if you were them, do you think maybe that's a lot of pressure to put on someone who's not ready? That's a lot of pressure to put on someone. And when they don't show up, all that pressure falls right back down on you and it gets real heavy to deal with. That you continuously pour and continuously don't get anything in return. Have some compassion for yourself. And cease the behavior to others that you would not want done to you if you were in their shoes. The light attribute of the Hanged Man is seeing things clearly after being in an illusion. After putting yourself in a fantasy, romanticized state that's unrealistic for the healing that's going on, that needs to get done the right way. You're a starseed. What lights you up? This is a time where you get to focus on that perspective. Well, you know what? If it were the other way around and I were in the other person's shoes, I would want to see me doing this. I would want to see me doing that. I would want to see me succeeding at this. I would want to see me going out and doing that. I would want to see me happy. If I were the other person, what would be most attractive if I were them is if I were happy, is if I were living life, is if I were building something. I would be more attracted to me if I weren't focusing on them so much. What lights you up? What's your destiny? Notice how big Saturn is in this with its rings, and Jupiter's there. So you might be really feeling this Saturnian Jupiter energy going on with this moon cycle. These retrogrades, Capricorn, Aqua energy. Realizing that something's got to switch and you're being called to compassion. An invitation to connect. Card number 19. All right. Card number 19. It says, love exists throughout our universe. Many loving beings that do not belong to the human race exist in worlds beyond the earthly realm. Among these are those who are aware of the spiritual plight of humanity and are willing and able to help us move forward. Unlike those who close their minds because they fear the unknown, you have an open mind and an open, receptive heart. Beings from other worlds recognize you as a receptive channel for their unconditionally loving assistance in this world. You will both benefit from this individually and help the planet. You are being offered an invitation to connect. Whatever mission you have for yourself in this life, whatever you planned for before you got here, was much different than the way you see it coming about or wish it to come about now. Doesn't mean you didn't plan it and it's not coming about. You feel it, you sense it, and it's real when you feel it. So you know it exists on some level in creation. It's just a matter of how and when. The timing is up to our alignment. It's up to us. I think the longer you distract yourself in vibratory states opposite of compassion. Compassion is crown chakra work. This is releasing attachment to time. This is releasing control of how or when, or being afraid that you're not seen or you're not heard, and so you have to speak out and flood, with this pain ripple of fear that it's not going to happen, and if you don't do this. And the truth of the matter is, Spirit's asking you to look at it from a different perspective. And is what you're doing actually helping your cause? Is the way you're feeling and the way you're rippling with your choices of action actually helping your cause? Don't be so hard on yourself with those energies. Take a load off your shoulders. Take a load off your heart. Matter of fact, real quick, because it's a powerful full moon. And it's all about release. So real quick, feel your energy. Just close your eyes and feel your energy. Visualize that white light coming down through your crown, filling your body. And as it starts to fill, you can feel all the dark shadow stuff. You can feel all of the heavy stuff that's moving around, you know, that the light's trying to get out. Just bring it visually all to one point. Anything that feels dark, anything that feels heavy, that's just visually like junk and gunk and whatever, just pull it into your center. Allow the white light to continue to flow through you and around you, allowing it to kind of push all of this dark energy to the center. Breathe. Feel it. You know you felt it for a long time. You know what all that shit feels like. Visually hold it in your hands. Allow the white light to continue to flow around you and just feel the weight of that dark energy just one more time. And I want you to hand it off to Archangel Zadkiel. I want you to hand it off, that dark ball of energy that you don't want. Just hand it off to Archangel Zadkiel. Tell him to remove it from your space for you so that you can be clear, and ask him to guide you on the righteous path, the right path for your soul, without all of that blocking the way, without all of that weight getting in the way. Allow yourself to feel that light feeling when it's gone. Visually seeing Zadkiel take it away, and it's no longer part of your space, and you feel that white light flowing through you, and it's free now, and it's not obstructed, it's not hindered by all of that junk that you were carrying in your energy. Surrender it. You're good where you are, for what your mission is. You're on task with yourself, and the rest will cross you in divine time when you've mastered this light feeling and how you create it every day with your choices on what is and is not acceptable for your own psyche and your own heart to handle. You're not going to hurt or weigh down yourself. You're going to put yourself in someone else's shoes and consider how it would feel, and then make a best choice and feel good about it, and trust the rest. All right, trust the rest. So I hope that helps. Moving on. Getting into zebra stripes at the 1 hour and 19 minutes, 19 seconds. All right, zebra stripes. Here we go. Secret code name Zebra Stripes. And those who would resonate to it. Spirit, please. What angel is working with them and guiding them, and what message do they bring to help them break through the ceiling? To get out of their box, their shadow box, and into the light. What angels are working with them. And what message do they bring? All right, we got Raziel twice and Uriel. All right. What archetypal embodiment Spirit is using its light for zebra stripes? What light archetypal embodiment should they be in or focus on in order to get there? High Priestess. All right, what card above all other cards, please, would you like them to receive with this message? The ever unfolding rose. From the Work Your Light Oracle. All right. Oh, this is some powerful energy. All right. All right. Zebra stripes. Archangel Uriel and Archangel Raziel. Raziel is spiritual understanding and clairvoyance. Clear seeing, epiphanies, and downloads. Archangel Raziel is the archangel of magic. He's the archangel of manifestation. Says, I'm bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. I'm helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. Pay really close attention to the synchronicities. When things keep popping up within a short span of time, repetitive number patterns, repetitive animals, repetitive words, like words you haven't heard in 10 years, if ever, in a sentence, and then all of a sudden that word pops up a few times in like 24 hours. Like, that's an odd word. Don't hear very often, and it popped up in 3 different places. Like, notice them. Archangel Uriel, you know what to do. Follow your gut. Trust yourself. There's a reason. Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. Don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. Follow the signs. Follow the synchronicities. Understand you're getting syncs for a reason. High Priestess energy, and it's light, trusting your intuition. Trusting the unknown secrets of the universe to get you exactly where you need to be. Observing exactly what it is that you need to be observing. Watching how brilliant the universe is. The universe is brilliant. The ever-unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. It's happening for you. All of this magic, all of this shift, all of the change, it's your soul communicating its integrity in the experience. It's unfolding beautifully. You're blossoming. You know it. You know something's opening up for you. You can feel it. And then we get Dark Angel. Card number 30. angel. It says, the dark angel comes to you with a radical truth. Divine love is always there for you without exception. Love will never forget you. It will never stop caring for you, even when it seems most unlikely. In fact, especially then, the divine is reaching for you and nurturing you. Even our wounds are ways that we can discover love and divine grace through the healing process. The divine is always helping you remember who you are and find your true joy. When the dark angel appears, you are being given a gift of light, even if it may seem to be a hidden blessing. As you learn to put more faith in love than in fear, your trust becomes increasingly unconditional, and you find the light even through the dark. In this way, you become initiated with the mystery of the dark angel, and then you can show others that this is possible. You can help heal others from victim consciousness and show them that inner peace is possible, even when they are facing the unpredictable twists and turns of life. Promises to teach you that even in the depths of despair, you can find your light. See, the dark energy is when we love ourselves in the perception of others, right? In the perception of others in a selfish way that's inconsiderate of them. They would look at us as dark for not considering them. When in reality, when we are perceived as the dark one, still an angel. But two, the gift is your light. From your perspective, you're in your light. You're being perceived as dark, but you are perceiving yourself as your light. That's the gift. That's the understanding. You're in your light. It's okay to be perceived a certain way because there's a certain amount of healing that comes along with that, and you know it. You know that sometimes being the villain in other people's eyes, knowing that you're not a villain, your intention is good. It's just you're coming into your own beauty and your experience, your own beautiful life experience, and sometimes you know you're going to be a trigger for someone. You know you're going to be a trigger for someone. And it's like, it's black and white, right? Zebra stripes. Like, you are who you are. You're a unique individual. There's no other like you. You have to do your authentic thing. Even if that means you look like everybody else in a black and white world that just treats them the same, and that's their violin, you know. You're your own unique individual self. You know what you need to do. You need to trust yourself. You need to trust the synchronicities, trust the signs, trust what they're telling you and what's resonating and what you know and what you feel and what you sense. Because if this is coming, then you know it's coming, right? Then you know it's coming. You know that you can't allow someone else's energy to hold back your own individual progress and what you're doing. You can't make decisions based off of them that make you feel stuck. You have to make decisions that sit right with you, and you can't not do or go for certain things, right? Expect a lot of downloads and a lot of truths, right? Understanding a lot of truths. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps. That was for zebra stripes. Now, get my pen. We're doing tire swing. And that is the 1.5 hour, 25 seconds. All right, and then after tire swing, you have Adventure Camp, Crystal Dove, Sunset, Swan Song, and Fireball. And then we'll start the whole loading thing with this. So, tire swing. Secret code name, tire swing. And those who would resonate to it. Secret codename tire swing and those who would resonate to it. Spirit, please. What angel is working with them and what message do they bring to help them break through the ceiling? To get out of their shadow box and into their light. What angel is working with them and what message do they bring for tire swing? What angel is working with them? And what message do they bring? It's too many. Secret coding tire swing and those who would resonate to this name. Archangel Michael, Archangel Ariel. All right, what's the embodiment? Archetypal embodiment, the light. It should be embodied to help them get through this cycle. Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, I said, it's all right. Spirit, please, what card above all others that you would like to bring into this message for secret codename tire swing and those who would be drawn to it. Okay. And Lightworker Oracle, Spirit, please, what card above all other cards for tire swing and those who would resonate to this message, this codename. I had a feeling this card was going to come out. I was feeling it. All right. Came out on this one. We got Archangel Michael and Archangel Ariel. You are safe in prosperity. Okay? Archangel Michael is protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and your home. Your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. You're being protected and you are being given a gift of courage to trust your intuition and your gut when it's telling you to do things. When it's telling you to mention things, when it's telling you to say or not say certain things, you're listening, you're heeding, you're sensing. Financially, they're letting you know you will be taken care of, it's fine. You will be able to manifest and obtain whatever it is that you need. You don't have to worry. Okay, you have nothing to worry about. I wrote it on the card. You might want to look into Like any fears you might have picked up surrounding money energy when you were younger, right? Whether you were a child or a young teenager, you know what I mean? Any ideas or beliefs that you learned about money, financial situations, like all of that kind of stuff, work, like go back and kind of reflect on what might be blocking in your beliefs to keep you in a mentality that there might not be enough. Start conquering lack mentality and be like, you know what, the universe always provides whatever I need. It always provides it for me. I'm never truly struggling. I always have what I need. If I don't have it right now, it's because I don't need it right now. There's other things that the universe is going to make sure that I have what I need for it when I need it. I won't be without. I'm just being guided in the right direction. If I don't have it, it's because I'm not meant to be distracted in that way. My focus is meant to be elsewhere. Okay. Right? And the light attribute of the sun is following that resonation. It is following your authenticity. It is trusting that your path is not wrong, that there's no mistakes, that nothing is getting fucked up, like there's a reason for it all. It's fine. It's fine. You have no idea. Like, this is the kind of thing where it's like the universe is like, well, you know what? Hypothetically speaking, there's a worst case scenario and you need to put out thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to fix it. And the only solution you can come up with is to sell the home, right? That's the only thing you could possibly think of in order to come up with that amount of money to fix this, like, life or death situation in your mind, right? Whatever it is, like life or death. You have to have it so much that you would consider selling your house. It's kind of knowing that if you trust selling the house, that you would be blessed enough to have the house that you could sell it to cover that necessary cost, that the universe is good and will replace it the best it can, as fast as it can, as effectively and efficiently as possible. Because it's in your highest good to have a home. It's just more in your highest good to do whatever it is that you need to do with the money from your home now. You know, it's trusting your resonation. It's knowing that no matter what you need, you always have the means of achieving it when you trust. When you trust. There would be no other way unless it was the way. Learn. We've got boundaries and pillars of light. Okay. Your vibration's rising, right? You're the oracle. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? If you got yourself in a situation where now you are stressed about money or finances, then you need to think about how you can take steps to not be in that position a second time, right? What limits can you put? Especially if like you're a big spender and you're always like clothes shopping or something, you know what I mean? Or you have a thing for games, whatever, you're always putting money out on something and maybe you accumulated a lot of debt on a credit card or something. And now it's hurting you, right? Because you really need the money for something, and if you didn't spend all of your credit card credit on stupid shit, you'd have it now, but whatever. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? If you're over generous with certain people, right, and they never pay you back, and you never ask them to, it's just you're a generous person, maybe you need to pull yourself back. Not that you don't want to be able to give to them, it's just like you got to get your shit in a healthier status, right? You take it how it resonates. But you're the one, this pillar of light, you are the oracle. You're the one who writes your future. You're the one who chooses to feel like, lack, or to feel like you're blessed. and you're taken care of, and the universe has your back, and you'll never go without, right? You're the one that predicts what you're going to feel. You choose it in advance. You choose to feel blessed no matter what life throws at you in advance. What happens? Just feel blessed. And you already know you tomorrow is going to feel blessed. And a year from now, you're still going to be in this I'm blessed mindset. Let's get into this card. Card number 44. Card number 44. The seventh ray of ritual, order, and ceremony. For the new moon. For the new moon, you might want to make yourself a manifestation like money candle. Just saying. All right, card number 44. Here we go. Probably should try and... I'm going to hold it up, just kind of block. So y'all don't have that just staring in your face. Here we go. It says, when the gift of the seventh ray enters your life, something new is being formed, something that will benefit your world. There may be an increased interest in magic, ceremony, and ritual for healing purposes. Resonating with high-frequency violet light and the archangel Zadkiel, the seventh ray also helps transmute energy from lower to higher frequency. It is a spiritual cleansing agent that allows the truth of spiritual freedom, empowerment, and choice to be seen and felt, restoring hope and joy to the heart. Okay? When we talk about magic and ceremony and ritual, it could be something as simple as a salt bath, like a spiritual bath, where you take your salts and your aromatics, like your oils, and, you keep your crystals and candles and stuff, and you create an atmosphere for yourself. It's a cleansing ritual. Your magic is your ability to brainstorm and to-do list and thought ideas, and you know what I mean? Like, these are all the things that we do. I mean, ceremony is like praying. It's holding time and space to hold intention, right? Which is what prayer is. It's putting out an intention to see something manifest that would feel really good to witness, It's taking the magic and the ceremony and the ritual and understanding how important it is to keep your energy clear, to stay grounded, to take the steps, right? Because ritual is a lot about taking the steps to set it up, to go through with the performance of it. Like, you take your time setting up your candles around the bathroom. You take your time putting the crystals in the tub. You take the time to pick out what salts you want and what oils you're resonating to, and you take the time to soak in it and put on your meditation music and relax and clear and visualize, like that violet light encapsulating you. Like, you take the time to refresh and not worry. Keep your energy clear. If you're going to create boundaries with yourself, right, tell yourself that you're drawing a line at not taking time for yourself. You need to take time for yourself to do things like this. Even if your ritual is waking up in the morning and taking your coffee and going outside barefoot and just putting your feet in the grass for a few minutes while you breathe in the fresh morning air while people are still asleep or getting ready for work, and you go out and you just ground for a few minutes and breathe in the air while it's still cool outside, especially if you're in the States and it's warming up and it's getting hot out. Like, you don't want to go out in the middle of the fucking day, but if you go out early in the morning, you go ground. and it's your start the day ritual. Or maybe at night, you know, you get home from work and you want to have a glass of wine or something. You want to go outside, have your smoke or cigarette, whatever. You just go ground for a bit before you come in for the night. And then when you come in, you relax. Like you let all your stress from the day out and ground it before you call it a night. Create healthy ritual for yourself to establish those boundaries and create that light. Be the oracle, right? Make it a point to live in your understanding of the tools that you have and are given, not just in the physical world, but in your consciousness, your tools like a visualization and things, you know, help you break through that ceiling, help you get into better energy habits so that you're in a position where you don't worry about money and stability and what you want to do or can't afford to do or, you know, anymore. It's just a non-issue. It's just a non-issue. I always say, great affirmation, money flows to me in all forms and from all directions. Money flows into my account and saves by default. That I have more money than I know what to spend it on. That my money saves by default. Start those affirmations. Start those affirmations. I know I always have plenty. And so I do. I always just have enough because that's my belief. And I will always have enough. But I want to believe that I have more money flowing into my account than I know what to do with, that I start saving by default. I'm going to believe that. And do things like money candles. Get yourself a little candle, even if you don't write anything on it or do nothing crazy, like you know you're lighting that candle, it's green, it's your money candle, and every time you see it lit as you walk by, you're just gonna let it burn until it's done. Every time you walk by and see it burning, you're just gonna remind yourself of that money affirmation. Remind yourself, repeat, 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 repeat. Retrain your mind. You'll be fine. Always be fine. Universe has your back. All right, Adventure Camp. Codename Adventure Camp. Let's see, we're at 47 minutes. 1 hour, 47 minutes. Let's do 48 minutes. We'll just do that even. There we go. Okay, Adventure Camp. Secret codename Adventure Camp and those who would resonate to this codename. We've only got a few left. All right, so here we go. Spirit, please. For secret codename Adventure Camp and those who would resonate to this message. What angel is working with them and what message do they bring to help them break through the ceiling, to get them out of their shadow box and into their light? What angel is working with them? And what message do they bring for secret codename Adventure Camp? And those who would resonate to it. How about that? Archangel Shemuel and Archangel Ariel. All right, Spirit. What's the archetypal energy, the light that needs to be embodied? That was quick. Princess of Swords. What card above all other cards, Spirit? For Adventure Camp, would you like to add to this message? And from the Lightworker Oracle, a card above all other cards would you like them to receive? Master Hilarion and Archangel Raphael. All right, so you got a lot of angelic support. A lot of divine guidance. Okay. A lot of divine guidance. We got Archangel Shemuel, Archangel Ariel. Akasha is your guidance, is divinely guided, and Master Hilarion and Archangel Raphael. So you've got a lot of higher assistance. A lot. Okay. Archangel Shemuel is peace. Love the journey. How would you teach you if you were the universe? Peace comes from remembering that only love is real. How would you teach a stubborn you how to love yourself more or love yourself better or love yourself 100%? If you were the universe, how would you teach you if you were asking for the hard way? The universe loves you. Loves you. It wants your peace just as much as you do. You just, how you get there is different. Your view and Spirit's view. Archangel Shemuel is the archangel of harmony and relationships, the healer of relationship dynamics. Our relationship with the outer experience. Brings harmony and understanding to how we love ourselves more today, how we respect ourselves more today compared to who we were a decade ago. All the growth that we've been through that got us to where we are, a version of us that we're more proud of, right? That has been through a lot and got stronger from it, you know? Finding peace with the journey. Like, would you really be who you are now if you didn't learn it that way? If you didn't experience it that way? Would you really value what you value now the same way if you didn't go through what you did? You value certain things now that you didn't necessarily value before or didn't prioritize before. You value it now. So, Archangel Ariel, prosperity comes back out. Your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. No matter how hard it gets, like when life has to teach us and sometimes we have to start over completely, it's so that you don't make the same mistake twice. It's really, like, let me tell you, as someone who knows, it's really painful to lose everything that you own, let alone multiple times. It's painful. So when you know what mistakes you made that got you there, you do not make those mistakes again. It cost you everything that you valued in the 3D experience. You will not make that mistake twice. It sucks. It sucks. So it's the kind of thing that's like, if the universe had to teach you a certain way, just know that once the lesson's learned, you don't repeat it. You don't have to worry anymore. You're an evolved version of your prior self. You're updated, upgraded, up to par. Better off than you were. Trust. You're being guided in the right direction. The light attribute of the Princess of Swords is networking, meeting new people, sharing common interests, reaching out, researching, seeing what kind of talk is out there and whatever it is you're interested in, you know, seeing what kind of communities are out there, seeing what kind of knowledge there is to be had, connecting, getting into the world of discernment, knowing that you're learning, but also reminding yourself that you think for yourself, right? The Suit of Swords is all about thinking in the mind. Know that you're learning, know that you're taking things in, know that you're making those connections, right? Those neurological connections, you're connecting. And you also have to remember that no matter how much information you take from that out there, you still have to process it from a place of here, like within. If you are yourself and you have to think for yourself, right? We're not drinking any Kool-Aid. Princess of Swords in the Shadow will drink the fucking Kool-Aid. No, this is networking and having a mind of your own, learning how to direct your thoughts and connect. So Master Hilarion and Archangel Raphael. Card number 28. Here we go. It says, part of your divine purpose is to develop the power of your mind and use it for healing purposes. If you change your mind, you can change your world. Guidance and healing inspiration can come to you daily, helping improve your own life and the lives of others. Healing and opening the mind to new realities and possibilities are the gifts of Ascended Master Hilarion and Archangel Raphael. The mind rarely rests except through meditation, and even then, rest is not guaranteed. Resting the mind can be a tricky thing for intellectually oriented or highly creative people. And learning to switch off mentally will help you remember and apply what you are learning, so that you grow not only in knowledge but also in wisdom. Absorbing a lot of new information. Healing that involves the mind. Sorry, because I'm not going to read the entire thing. I just kind of skim and highlight. Mental rest, right? You need mental rest. That's why I said the universe, if you've learned a lesson, it doesn't need to repeat. So get yourself that rest. Get yourself the mental rest and start making those changes. And if for whatever reason, just because the shadow of the Princess of Swords is also spying, if you're spying on anybody or keeping tabs on anybody, just fuck that. Fuck that. Don't even bother with that. Connect with new people, meet new people. Yeah, don't get caught up in the shadow aspect of Princess of Swords. It'll keep you in your shadow box. Trust me. I'm just really reiterating, like, it's really up to you to end the cycle. Like, if you don't want to go through this process of feeling like you've got to start over, right? Or if you feel like you've lost so much and you have to, you know, kind of start over or rebuild something. Like, if you really don't want to go through that anymore, then you have to make certain choices, right? You have to make certain choices so that you don't, period, right? So that you don't, period. All right. Crystal Dove. Getting into Crystal Dove. Time, 1 hour, 59 minutes. And like 30 seconds. All right. Codename Crystal Dove. Spirit, please. Secret codename Crystal Dove and those who would resonate to it. What angels are working with them? And with what message do they bring to help them break out of their shadow box and into their light? To break through the ceiling. What angel is working with them, and with what message do they bring? Her secret code named Crystal Dove. And those who would resonate to it. What angel is working with them? And what message do they bring? Archangel Raguel. Relationship harmony. Who else got that? Bazooka Joe? I think Bazooka Joe also got Archangel Raguel. Relationship harmony. What's the light archetypal energy, please, Spirit, that they should embody to help them through this breaking out of the cycles, these old cycles? Six of Cups. And card above all other cards, Spirit, please. Your secret code name, Crystal Dove. What they need to receive with this message. All right. And from our Lightworker Oracle, what card above all other cards, Spirit, would you like to leave them with? Okay, listen, this is strong. All right. Got Archangel Raguel with relationship harmony. We angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now. All right, so with this full moon energy, this eclipse energy over the course of the next 6 months, you're going to see a very significant but steady building shift. Archangel Raguel is bringing in balance and justice, right? He's the archangel of balance and fairness and justice when it comes to our relationships. Something's coming into balance that was misaligned or out of balance before. With the Six of Cups being in its light element, the light element of the archetypal energy in the Six of Cups is resurrection. It's resurrection. It's becoming more alive. It's Phoenix rebirth energy. It's knowing that you've been meant to do something all your life, or you've been meant to experience something all your life. It's just being in that energy of knowing that everything that you're doing, it's so beautiful because you were always meant to be in it. You were always meant to thrive in it. It was always meant to come back to you. It was always meant to come back. This is allowing yourself to lift. Allowing yourself to lift. And allowing that those deep sacred soul connections that the Six of Cups is known for to be drawn to you. To be drawn to you and be called to you. Because we get answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? What is your soul calling you to do? You know, rebirth yourself. The sun in Scorpio. Rebirth yourself. Get into this energy. Really bring back your fucking passion for life and your soul fire, right? Your soul fire. Answer the calling of your soul. Because that, I know how you took this energy. Answer the call. And I'm being told to validate it for you. You can get in this energy, in this light, and rebirth yourself. Strengthen yourself, empower yourself, watch yourself fly, watch yourself soar, watch yourself glow. Shine bright. You can watch yourself do this. I'm being told to validate that for you. We got Master Healing, number 33. You can see all the planets and stuff in here. 33 is Master Teacher. Okay. 11 is Self-Mastery. 22 is Master Builder, or co-creating with the universe. So we first master the self, we master co-creation with the universe. We understand how that dynamic works within our energy. And then the 33, we teach others. We teach others how to do that. Master the self and co-create. We teach it. And that's what you're doing. Even 6 and 33, like you might be seeing synchronicities with multiple 6s or multiple 3s, because even 6 and 33 break down to a 3. All right, 6 and 6 is 12 is 3. Yeah, this is ascension. You're being called to ascend so that you could teach, which means you're learning the process. When you go through the reinvention of yourself, when you go through the rebirth of yourself, you realize that everything you've ever wanted to come to you is called to you. Because everything you've ever wanted is on your high vibe, if I could manifest anything list. So as soon as you're in your high vibe, everything that resonates to you on that vibe is called to you to match it. It's magnetized to you. You can't miss it. And it sure as shit won't miss you. You know what I mean? It will hit its fucking target. It wants to get a hold of you, it will. And you'll answer. You will answer, and it will be that time. Smile big as shit on the inside where you're trying to stay calm and collected on the outside because you knew that shit was fucking coming. You are peaking, right? Of course it's gonna come. So here we go. As you meditate, remain true to what inspires your heart and commit to your spiritual path. You become an increasingly powerful healer that way. You are here to live your own life, to be true to what genuinely moves you. The unconditionally loving guide and ascended master, Serapis Bey, comes to you now with a blessing of master healing to further your success on your path. The master, Serapis Bey, is a beloved guide for those who feel a strong soul connection to ancient Egypt, and for healers who are developing their own modalities and those who love to work with high-frequency concepts. He also assists with the translation of spiritual inspiration into practical worldly plans. He comes to confirm that the Ascended Masters are aware of you. You are an integral part of a powerful spiritual team that has taken physical incarnation to help awaken consciousness into love. So you're learning the process of master teaching by going through this self-mastery, by going through this creative process, right? Understanding how your vibration aligns things, that our highest hopes and dreams are a vibration that we can energetically align to and have it called to us to manifest in the most effective and efficient way. We maintain that belief in that vibration that we hold. That we know we're getting there even though we don't know how, and we're just fucking loving everything about the process there every moment. Whether it's relaxing, or it's hectic, or it's noisy, or it's quiet. We're enjoying it all. because we know that's where we're headed. Everything in between is just the unfolding of it in real time. You're learning how to trust yourself and bring your best self back forward. So I hope that helps. You want to break through the ceiling? Embody that. Start to fill your own cup and then fill your own cup and fill your own cup some more until you can't have any more fucking cups to fill and you have to fill other people's fucking cups. Fill all your self cups first. Seriously, knock them off. Fill them all up. Let one flow into the next until you just flow everywhere. Got plenty of love. All right, Sunset Swan Song. 2 hours and 11 minutes. All right, 2 hours and 11 minutes. Sunset Swan Song. And then we got Fireball. Then we're wrapping up. All right. Spirit, please. For Sunset Swan Song and those who would resonate to this message, what archangel is working with them and what message do they bring to help them break through the ceiling? That they would get out of their shadow box and into their light. What archangel is working with them? And what message do they bring? For Sunset Swan Song. And those who would resonate to this message and this code name. Archangel Raziel. What light attributes, please, Spirit? Ooh. I'm going to take the one that's face up. But I'm totally peeking. Be slow and cautious so that you get all the information, but don't try and convince yourself out of the truth once you do have enough information. Don't lie to yourself or be too cautious or too careful that you miss something. You have enough information to go off of either way, whether you choose something or not. You have enough information. Just know that. You're conflicted, but you know that. Okay. What other card, Spirit, please, would you like to add to this message for Sunset Swan Song? Yeah, you've got a feeling. You've got a feeling, and you know what? Come to think of it, because this is the way I'm reading the energy. When I first got the visual for your secret code name, the way it appeared to me, it was like that big orange sunset over like the mirror still water that's kind of like purpley and ripply and stuff with the silhouette of a swan. The silhouette of a swan. Usually swans are shown like two. And it just hit me. Okay. And sunsets are typically like the sun going down on something. Listen, this might be why you're conflicted. It might be why the Knight of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords wanted to come out. I had to peek at them. I think you're being cautious for a reason, especially if you feel like someone's hiding something from you. But you already know. Trust the niggle, you already know. Spirit, what's the last card? What message is being added to this for us to better understand the healing, the breaking through, getting out of the shadow cycles? Master Hilarion and Archangel Raphael. All right, listen. Archangel Raziel is the archangel of magic and manifestation. And he's coming with spiritual understanding, which is epiphanies, download thoughts, aha moments. Like, he can come to you in dream state with like clear messages, clear sight, you know, that you're like, oh my God, I get it, I understand. Helping you understand spiritual truths, like feeling like, thank God, right? Like that eureka moment of understanding, like you finally get it. The lesson. You finally get the lesson. And it's almost like being so excited that you understand the lesson, because now that you understand the lesson, you know you're gonna pass like the test, and you're not gonna have to go through this again. Trust the niggle. 5 of Wands. I think you know maybe either you're putting on a happy face or someone else is putting on one of them fake and phony faces. But if you're going to be in your light, right, which is the intention being pulled from this deck, if you're going to be in the light archetypal energy of the 5 of Wands, there's a reason, right, because this is Saturn Leo energy. There's a reason why you love big like you do. There's a reason for it, a higher reason for it, which is why you're conflicted, because you know it's what you're meant to do. You know it, you feel it. Your heart speaks clearly to love a certain type of big, to certain people. You don't know what it is. You love certain people, and it's always leaving you conflicted, right? Because at the end of the day, it doesn't necessarily feel good. So it's like, why am I putting all this good out if I'm not getting any good back, right? Or I'm not getting the same amount of good back in my life. There is a reason, there's a lesson in trusting something, that niggling feeling, like what is it trying to tell you? What is it trying to tell you? Oh yeah, you could definitely hit rewind, and if you're flashing back to a different code name, yeah, you can. Yeah, you need to understand, none of your love goes to waste. Like, it doesn't go to waste. It's beautiful healing medicine. But it's almost like understanding that you're allowed to have people look forward to your healing too, to your rise and your reign too. You deserve to have people like you in your life. And you're getting the signs, you're getting the symbols, you're getting the synchronicities, you're getting the repetitive message from spirit, right? It's the only way our spirit can divinely have conversation with us is through symbol and synchronicity. Through repeating things like deja vu, like crazy. It's the only way spirit has to communicate with us is through the outer experience and things that are repeating that maybe, hopefully, we'll notice. Pay attention, because spirit, it's yours. Your higher self's not guiding you wrong. You're manifesting the syncs. You're manifesting the symbols. You're manifesting the repeated words or numbers, like for a reason. Your higher self is trying to get a message across to you to prepare you for what it's doing in the highest good of you. Don't fall into the shadow and be conflicted with yourself. Trust there's a reason. Trust there's a reason. All right, I'm going to read this again for you so that people who do forward in the replay don't have to go back to other readings to get the information. So let's read this. It says, part of your divine purpose is to develop the power of your mind and use it for healing purposes. If you change your mind, you can change your world. Guidance and healing inspiration can come to you daily, helping improve your own life and the lives of others. Healing and opening the mind to new realities and possibilities are the gifts of Ascended Master Hilarion and Raphael. It says, you will recognize when you have had sufficient mental rest, because you shall feel a peaceful sense of vibrancy and inspiration. When you let go in this way, switching off and taking a step back, no approaches and ideas come to your mind. So work according to your own creative rhythms. You know, be kind to your mind. If you allow yourself to not stress about the unknowns, you'll notice the signs and the symbols more. Because your mind's not distracted, you're not going to miss it. You know what I mean? Like, allow yourself to relax and get the downloads. So if you're worrying about the solution and trying to analyze a result or trying to find an outcome, trying to find something substantial that you could work with, the more you're trying and trying and trying, the more difficult it becomes sometimes. And it's when you just let the solution come to you. Just let the solution come to you. Let the synchronicities lead you to it. I can't tell you how many times I have followed synchronicities to a fucking solution. I do it. I follow synchronicities to solutions all the time, all day, like every day. I've made it a way of life. I've made it a way of life. Trust the messages that your outer spirit is giving you to guide you in your highest good. Trust yourself. Trust yourself in the way that you communicate as a 5D spiritual being with yourself here. Trust your signs. Trust your synchronicities. Trust the healing. Trust that if you don't know the answer, then you need to take a break so that the answer can come to you. Not so that you can find it or figure it out, but so that it can come to you. Relax. Relax. Tell yourself you're not going to be conflicted and you're going to listen to your guidance. You're going to get that download from your higher self. You're going to call it in. You're going to call in your higher self or spirit. You're going to say, you know what? Give me some signs that I can't miss so that I can figure this shit out. And then start paying attention to the syncs and what the fuck they mean. Google is your best friend. Google is your best friend. Trust me. Google everything. Certain animal, Google. Certain whatever animal it is, spirit medicine. You keep seeing a certain flower. Flowers have meanings. Look it up. Such and such flower meaning. Oh, does it have a magical purpose? Oh, that's crazy. That's the exact kind of soul medicine I need. Maybe you can take some of those flowers and put them in a bath. Feel great. Like spirit guided you to the right healing that you needed. Just like that. Just like that. All right. Ooh, 1:44:11 was on the timer. So that's 1 hour, 24 minutes, and 11 seconds for Fireball. Fireball. Here we go. Yeah, I hope that helps. So, last but not least, I know I see 144 or 1144 or 441 all the time. 414. Been seeing them like crazy. 444. I got hit crazy with 5s and 7s today. I got 5 with 4 7s, 5 with 2 7s, and 57 twice. I was like, what? I'm getting hit with 5s and 7s all over the place. I was like, shifting into miracles. Yeah, spirit. Sorry, tangent. Codename Fireball. Secret codename Fireball. And those who would resonate to it. Secret codename Fireball. And those who would resonate to it. Spirit, please. What archangels are working with them, and with what message do they bring to help them break through the ceiling, to get them out of their shadow box and into their light? What angel is working with them? Archangel Raphael. Okay. And what is the light attribute, the archetypal embodiment that they can hold to help them do this? What is the archetypal light that they can embody? The Knight of Swords came out with the King of Pentacles. It's magic. We're going to get you in your magic. What card above all other cards, Spirit, please? What would you like to add to this message for secret codename Fireball? I'm getting like a real, it's kind of crazy, like almost like casino, like gambling, like a gamble. Something's a gamble, like a risk. But it's almost like the way you're coming off is almost kind of charming and lucrative. It's the way the vibe and the energy is feeling. I'm getting a feel for the energies. A final card, Spirit, from the Lightworker Oracle. What would you like to add to this message for codename Fireball and those who'd be drawn to it? It's this one. Divine Talents. Have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. If you ever wanted to be a stand-up comedian, like now would be the time to start actually writing out your act. Just saying. In a very serious way. I'm dead serious. If you really ever had aspirations of being a comedian, or people thought you would be so funny, that's your confirmation that that might just be where you need to get going on your path. But it's something with the spoken word or the voice with the Knight of Swords is what I'm getting. It's like spoken word or voice. Something about being pulled like a melody into the words. It's like sweet talking someone's love language. Whatever their love language is, because everybody's love language is different. Some people it's money, some people it's mental stimulation, some people it's just sexy. Some people it's fashion and style. But I'm feeling like I feel like you're in the light, okay? If you want to break through the ceiling, Archangel Raphael's 4 types of health, right? So healthy diet, adequate sleep, exercise regularly, optimal health. 4 types of health. Mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, physical health, financial health, right? It's part of physical health, technically. But if you think about what it would do for you, energetically speaking, to have fun and celebrate and not be so serious, that you don't feel like you're drowning energetically. Divine talents, like you have a knack for something that could make you a lot of money if you made the right connections or the right call. Because I feel like there's something, like if you wanted it and went after it, there's something about you and your energy. If you're in the right mindset, you would say it, just being yourself in such a way that you would charm or seal the deal on something that maybe you thought or maybe legit aren't actually qualified for. Like no actual real experience, but you would get it. Sitting in front of like a boss or someone, like pitching something to a boss. Pitching something to someone who has authority or sway in helping direct your path, right? And what you're trying to create. All right, card number 39. Divine talents. Here we go. Okay, it says, you are a talented soul. Over many lifetimes, you have developed your spiritual abilities to channel higher awareness, attract healing energy, and radiate light to uplift the consciousness of those around you. Your divine talents are many and uniquely expressed through you. Your talents do not have to resemble those of another to have their own inestimable value. Do not be afraid to use them. This oracle comes to you with a message. Sometimes there is fear in sharing talents. You may have a subconscious or a very conscious past life recollection that involves shame, isolation, ridicule, fear, or even torture as a response to your sharing of your talents for helping or healing others. Maybe you fear your spiritual talents will not be allowed and you will meet your material or won't meet your material needs, or that others will reject or deny your talent, or judge you or mock your talent, even if you know it to be authentic and helpful. Don't shy away from your talents. Remind you to do what makes you happy and to chase your sacred bliss and express yourself to the world via your unique and special abilities. Like whatever it is that's authentically you, that makes so much sense to you, that brings you so much joy when you're doing it. It brings you so much joy while you're doing it that you would have almost like a rush when you're done. It's like a rush. That's the kind of thing that people will always have something to say about because it's a success. People will always try and knock you away from feeling successful and bring you back down to their unsuccessful vibration. But when you know who you are and what you do, and the benefits that everybody else that loves you reaps for just being in your light, and you're having fun in life, just doing what you're doing because you know you're just you and nobody could stop you, and it's fucking awesome, and the universe has your back, and you're just spreading your joy the best you can and not letting jack shit from all the haters bother you, you know. I think that you're gonna close a deal on something that might be a surprise, but but also anticipated. I know that's an oxymoron, but it's like a surprise, but also anticipated because you feel it. But you're being humble. Like you could feel it, but you're not trying to jinx it. I get it. I do that too. But yeah, don't be so serious. Be yourself. Yourself is charming. Yourself is charming and very put together. It's definitely the way you're portrayed. Very quick, very witty, very stable and matter of fact. Very grounded. So keeping those energies, right? Keeping those energies. You're going to go a long way with those energies, being yourself. Do you have a talent for, especially because I was talking about comedians, like just making people smile, making them feel better? And that's your thing. You just always have that gift. People open up to you and they feel like they could tell you their whole life story and they feel better, like, and that's just your thing. Get really excited anytime the universe puts someone like that in your path, because you know that the divine is asking you to change someone's life in this moment. Be yourself real quick. I need you to change this person's life. Put them in your path for a reason. This stranger out here or this place or that place. I need them to strike up this conversation with you so that you can say this to them and ultimately change their life. Need you in your light. Need you in a good vibration. Need you to feel good and look good when you go out, and your energy, the way your energy presents itself. Love it. All right. Love it. You're going to break through your cycle. You're going to break through your shadow healing. Just totally being yourself. Totally being yourself. I hope you guys enjoyed the readings. I know I felt good giving them. I want to make sure and see that all of you guys are successful in your journeys. Definitely let me know if you're, catching a replay, how they resonated with you in the comments, especially, if your code name wasn't paid for, if you just resonated to it and was drawn to it and, it made sense and you were able to take something from it to help you, let me know. And I love you guys, and I will see you all next time. Bye.